We've been speaking out for some months now against having the 2022 World Cup in the country of Qatar. We've talked about the subjugation of women. We've talked about it being essentially a slave state. And of course, that doesn't even consider the fact that Qatar seems to have been selected as the result of blatant corruption. Not for any of these reasons, but merely because it seems like it's just going to be kind of too hot to have a World Cup there. We now have heard from FIFA Executive Committee member Theo Zwanziger, who says that the World Cup in 2022 will not be held in Qatar. This is not an official determination. This is his view that based on the conversations he's had, he doesn't believe the World Cup will be held there. Lewis, it's not for the reasons that we wanted, but it's still a really good bit of news if it ends up being true.
Do we think that the corruption chart, the corruption stuff and all of that surrounding this is still somewhat influencing this decision?
I really don't know. If it is, I would much rather just hear that that FIFA is upfront about it, and then they say, you know what, this is what happened, and it was a mistake. Of course, admitting that there was corruption would be an absolute disaster for the organization. And a lot of these big sports organizations, we've been talking about the NFL having serious issues. We've talked about the International Olympic Committee, and now it's FIFA. The issues seem to continue mounting. And a quote from the former German football chief, who's now a member of FIFA, quote, "Medics say they cannot accept responsibility with a World Cup taking place under these conditions." I understand that, and that makes sense. But really, Qatar is just not a place that should be rewarded with any kind of international sporting event at this point. Different reasons, but I am still happy. Hopefully, Lewis, at some point soon, we get actual confirmation that the World Cup will not be in Qatar in 2022.
I think it will happen. And luckily for FIFA, once that announcement comes, people will probably stop looking into all these corruption accusations, which I think would be great for FIFA.